Previously on Babies and Broadswords.
The town of Rusty Rails. Well, partner, looking to part with some goods?
Henry pulls out a chain with a lock. What kind of cookie conversion rates could I get for this?
I'll give you 2 cookies for it.
This is a very good lock.
Ah, you're a pretty savvy negotiator there, partner. 3 cookies it is.
Trying to find a doll.
Today only! A left ballet slipper! Barely worn! Look, half a piece of soap! If you're small enough, it's a whole piece of soap!
Oh, you have so many beautiful things. How much is the pants and the this? And she holds up the bottom half of the doll. Magic candy and cookie for all these 3 things.
Deal! Clarence! We can finally get that surgery!
Sat herself down outside of the market and started fashioning a doll.
Swampkins and Ignatius, while you were looking around for ways to move the city, that cool rat, Rizzo, the one who was leaning against stuff in a leather jacket.
Hey, yeah.
Huh?
What's up?
Hey kids, you got cookies?
I mean, I got a couple. What's up?
Yeah?
You want to see something cool?
And he steps to the left and he pulls out a little toy suitcase.
Interested?
Uh-huh.
5 cookies each. Or maybe you could do a little job for me.
Yeah, let's do that.
Oh, I can do a job.
You see that guy over there? I had this cool rubber band shooter.
Estevam, looking for a blood bank, because apparently that's what 3-year-old vampires do. And you follow your nose to a stall where 2 rats are working a giant pair of scissors. And every once in a while, one of them goes, "Ow!" The rat who's pushing the paper has, like, little nicks all over their paws.
Ow!
What are you...
Knock it off with the scissors for a second!
What are you going to do with those, exactly?
We'll make houses, perhaps?
No, the leftovers from your fingers.
You mean the scraps that I've been using to staunch up the blood from my cut fingers? What are we doing with those? We throw them down a hole.
Which hole?
A deep one.
Can I convince you to, like, hold on to this and I get them later for a cookie, maybe?
Give me the cookie and just go, okay? I want to know what you're doing with it.
The mayor will speak to you now, but he says you need to be more presentable. So we're going to go ahead and take you and get you fed up. And then we'll meet with the mayor in the morning, first thing, when you're fresh. Because you kids, well, you look like you've had quite the day. Welcome, everyone, to another thrilling episode of Even Footing Games presents Babies and Broadswords. I am Jacer, your sitter, and I am thrilled to be here with a crew of my friends and colleagues at Even Footing. Let's go ahead and introduce everyone around. Jimmy, you're first.
What's up, Jacer? How are you today?
Great,
Call
buddy,
yourself
thanks.
Yeah. I was hoping I'd go first. I'm Jimmy. I'm Jimmer St. James. And I play, who am I playing today? I never know who I'm playing today. I'm playing Ignatius, who also goes by, most recently, Imperio. But also Julius and Augustus and whatever else he thinks of at the time. He is a tabaxi sneaky pants. And, I'm happy to be here with my crew, as always.
We're happy to have you. Mr. Brabson, how are you today, my friend?
I am doing a pretty okay. But you know who's probably, hopefully, going to be doing better?
Who's
Flumpkin!
Baby Barbabian! Gargoyle extraordinaire and thrower of stuff and expert hug giver. Consensually. At least I hear that. At least I heard that's what the word should be. Like, I heard consensual, and I'm like, what's consensual? And then they're like, you have to ask first. And I'm like, ask what?
It's a good question. I mean, that's also a good question, I guess.
And then I was told not to ask so many questions.
That also makes sense. This is all coming around. Ms. Easton over in the Carolinas. How are you tonight?
I'm doing well. Hi, I'm Aaryn, and I play Henry, the hypoallergenic dragon, who is full of snot usually, and I don't know, hijinks.
Snot and hijinks. Sounds like a mid-90s high school ska band. All right.
You're so full of snot.
You're so full of snot.
That is the impression that I get.
Oh, speaking of 90s ska, man. We let our
Wait, do I get a gold star for that?
Yes. For referencing the Mighty Mighty Bosstones from 1994, give yourself a gold star for giving me something that I remember and now regret ever doing, which was listening to way too much ska.
Oh God! I thought you were about to say you had a ska band, and I was I will shake the earth.
I don't want to
find those recordings.
I don't want to talk about the existence or non-existence of my ska band.
It was called Jimmers and the Shimmers.
Oh yeah, I wish we were that clever. Not that I had a ska band. No, I'm not saying that ever happened.
Of course not.
Roque, hey, did you ever have a ska band in the 90s?
Hey, no, I listened to a lot of ska in the 90s, but now I'm more interested in your ska band. What was the name of yours?
No, we don't need to know. We don't need to talk about my ska band.
I think that should be the topic of conversation today.
Because,
yes, that will be our after episode special.
Jason, tell us about your ska band.
Oh my gosh.
You played the
Did you have clarinet? Right? Trumpet?
Yeah.
We had a trumpet and a sax player.
And a sousaphone.
A couple guys on guitar and a drummer. And
beautiful.
And me and
he noticed he did not say what he was doing.
Exactly.
In said band.
A lot of skanking.
I was singing and skanking. Yeah, is what I was doing. I was rude boy.
That's the impression Jason gets.
Gosh, we did a lot of covers of some terrible music.
Oh no.
I don't want
Where are the recordings? Where are the recordings?
Please make me stop.
It's a dark time.
Roque, do you play a vampire?
Yeah, let's get back into this.
Yes, I play a vampire that actually loves ska. He's looking for
He's going to invent ska.
Yeah, he's looking for a band. He knew about someone named Jason that had a band before. He's trying to listen to something that Jason has done before.
Now you might find some of my music online. There's certain stuff from Jason Cassidy that's on there, but you will not
the ancient texts.
You will not find anything from ATM online because
ATM.
Write that down.
Okay.
We wisely did not record anything.
Why?
You didn't.
And there were no cell phones in the day, so nobody held anything up to one of our concert or one of our shows. It feels even way too big to call it a concert. The times we played in someone's backyard for a bunch of our drunk friends.
When there are more people in the crowd than there are in the band.
Those are some good friends, Jason.
Jason will start.
Pretty much. God, I don't even talk about it. All right, Lee, how are you?
I am doing fantastic, Jason. I'm doing much better now. I knew it was worth it staying up this late.
Yeah.
Hey, Lee, give us a little of that ASMR.
Okay. I'll do my best.
We usually record in the morning and daytime, but it's night tonight. And Lee, it's what, midnight where you are, give or take?
Yes, it is very late at night tonight. It is midnight. I am Lee Baldwin. I play Daybella, the Furbolg baby, who has a darker passenger than it appears.
Because if there's one thing we want in games about babies, it's dark passengers, I guess. All right.
That was it, though.
It's been working well for me. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, Jimmy nodded off while you were talking, and not because you were boring, but he just looked so soothed.
You guys make me blush.
Oh, look at her blush.
We need to make an audio version of our books and have Jimmy and Lee do the audio.
Yay.
And oh man, I would fall asleep to it every night.
You want to hear some Thwompkins ASMR?
Bong.
Hold on. It's hi. I'm Thwompkins.
Yeah, no, you gotta do it. Yeah, like that.
Bong.
Fun.
I got a box full of stuff. We're gonna go through this box tonight.
I got some rocks here, and we're gonna clap them together really lightly.
Oh my gosh.
The rocks, they're actually just my fingers. Clink.
Clank, clank, clank. When last we left our tiny terrors, they had actually done something that we haven't done at all, really. Taking a nap. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Finally.
The kids were up for what I roughly estimate to be about 37 hours.
Give or take 10 hours or so.
Give or take. Which is probably too long for a bunch of 4-year-olds to be up. But they found themselves in the rat village of Rusty Rails, tucked in for the night by Screech and Scrong, the two scouts who had enlisted their help to save the town.
Jason, are we going to re-roll our tummy aches, ouchies, and grumps?
Rules.
Here is what I was thinking. You definitely everyone gets all their ability uses back, so that's all back down. And I think you can pick 2 of your misfortunes that will go back down to 0.
Ooh. Hard mode.
So the threat of going on a timeout break or whatever is still there in one of your stats, but you can pick 2 to go back down to 0.
So there's 1 will stay the same.
And 1 will stay the same.
I'm gonna be Dark Souling this.
Are you now? Okay.
Are we going? Yeah.
Can we possibly say that I would like to keep what I have due to disturbing possible dreams from the invisible grandpa who has my name?
Okay.
It's just because I'm looking at my numbers, and seriously, if I did that, I would be wiping my slate completely clean, and that doesn't sound that fun.
Thwompkins will have a restless night of dreams of old bald men with impressive mustaches.
By request, tonight only.
Sounds like sweet dreams to me.
Both of the ones I re-rolled are lower than what they were previously.
Oh, isn't that just the breaks?
I was looking for low. I rolled so well last time, and I was hoping mine would be lower too.
I am currently 4 out of 9, 2 out of 6, and 0 out of 8.
Okay, so you're in a good spot.
Oh, I wouldn't say good spot.
So I need to do more to Thwompkins, is what I'm understanding.
Absolutely.
That's what I heard.
All the attacks should go after Thwompkins.
Well, he is the front line, so
He pretty much is. He's the rock wall. All right, so are we good with our new numbers, our new maxes?
Yep.
Yep.
So we play by big kid rules. So anytime you either go on a break, whether it's an enforced one because you maxed out your limit or because it's the end of the day, you re-roll your max limits. So now the number that you have to reach to hit either your grumps, ouchies, or tummy aches limit has changed. If you're playing regular rules, you would not re-roll these maxes. You would just drop everything down to 0. You would stay with the same maxes that you started with. But we're big kids and we play big kid rules.
Yeah.
You wake up the next morning and you've somehow all managed to roll yourself into one big jumble of baby limbs, and there's fingers and noses that don't belong to the same person, and feet and faces, and it's adorable.
Who's tickling me? Who's tickling me?
Yeah, whose hand is that?
Thwompkins, I think this is yours.
What's that?
I don't know, but it's green and slimy.
Oh, it's my booger.
Great.
Fantastic.
It's a super sticky webbed slimy booger.
He reapplies his booger to his forehead where he's been keeping it for safekeeping. Yep.
Forehead.
Keep it so slimy, Vin.
Temple. Oh, right. That's yeah.
He keeps it.
You don't put it behind your ear like the gum.
It
Cool
started
kids
to
do.
get less sticky, but then I used the web because the web was super sticky, and then I was like, oh, hey, it's not really super sticky.
That's a good idea.
Where does he come up with these brilliant ideas?
Because it's gross.
It is gross. You are correct.
Kids are gross.
I've noticed this. This is the thing I've noticed about kids. All right. Screech and Scrong hear you all rustling about as you all kind of wake up together and poke their little ratty heads through the door of the cardboard fort that they've made for you. And Screech says, "Hey, You guys want something for breakfast before we go meet the mayor?
Oh, yeah, good morning.
Good morning. How did everybody sleep?
Really good,
Okay.
but do you think that you have anything that isn't porridge?
I don't want porridge.
I had crazy dreams
About porridge?
about bald, shiny stuff with hair above lips.
Like Invisible Grandpa?
But no porridge.
Oh, it's an invisible grandpa?
whoa, don't say his name!
His name is Joe.
Oh, yeah. I won't do that again.
Even we down here in Rusty Rail Rat Town know not to say his name 3 times.
Joe.
Whose name?
I mean, his name might be Joe. I don't know. Maybe, but you know who I'm talking about.
Joe Pappy.
Joe Mama.
I'm
I don't have a
Pumpkins.
mama.
I don't have a mama
Nobody
either.
has a
that's
mama.
right.
I don't have a mama either.
Oh, jeez, I'm sorry I brought it up.
No
Oh,
problem.
man.
It's Joe
That
Mama
was
then.
very inconsiderate of me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, now you gotta adopt us all.
Oh, jeez.
Your mama.
We actually... Why don't you kids come for breakfast? Scrong and I talked about that last night. Come on, we've got some you kids ever have bacon before?
No, what's that?
Sometimes they bake in the cookies.
I don't know.
Bacon?
Bake on?
Bacon, it comes from pigs. Do you guys know what pigs are?
Yes.
Oink, oink.
Oink oinks.
Yeah, that's right. They go
And
oink oink, and
there's
they're
Holly
delicious.
There's Holly, the pig girl.
Okay, well, here's a rule we have in Rusty Rail. If it can talk back to you, we don't eat it. That's just a good rule of thumb.
That makes sense.
That's smart.
I can talk.
I haven't
guess-
met one.
I guess some pigs can talk.
I don't know. I mean,
But not this one. This one's bacon.
they call her Holly the pig girl. I don't know if she's an actual pig though.
Oh, that could just be something very inconsiderate. Kids are cruel.
That's a bully.
That sounds like a meanie, yeah.
Yeah.
Meanie bully. Okay, I'm gonna beat them up next time I see them. Not Holly. Not Holly.
I'll help you.
Okay.
Is it Hobbs? He's mean.
He is pretty mean. I mean, who's Hobbs? Why would I know who Hobbs was?
Oh, no good Hobbs.
News
No good
spreads in
Hobbs.
the sewers.
Word spreads. Yeah, he made his way through. They bring you out, and there are plates of bacon that they've been sizzling up, and they are regular sized pieces of bacon. So it takes like 2 rats with little spatulas to flip over each piece.
I never want to
it's-
leave here.
It's nice and sizzled, and it smells amazing. It's the best smell that any of you have ever smelled before.
Henry kind of goes up to Augustus Imperio, and says,
Imperio.
Hey, I
Hey.
feel like we need to live here. This place is
Uh,
the absolute best.
I'm not going nowhere. I don't know about you.
Why would we want to
Jason, you
leave
made
this
it sound too
place?
appealing.
Something about
What?
a convoy village?
I look at... You think they got enough food for us?
Maybe we can help. I mean, I could learn how to make something that is not porridge. I'm pretty smart.
Well, think you can help me with this? And he points down at his diaper.
What?
Ooh!
Nasty.
Well, I mean...
Henry
Yeah.
says, I'm sorry. You're my best friend, but no, I can't do that.
Well, I'm just gonna take it off then, because... It's
Hey,
really
you do what
itchy.
you gotta do.
Or maybe
Okay,
not.
don't look. Don't look, you guys.
Whoa, jeez, what are you doing? What are you doing over here,
Well,
kid?
why?
I just need it at night sometimes. I just, sometimes I forget.
Okay, but like you're right in the middle of a room full of people. That's not the most appropriate time to fix your diaper there, pal.
Well, you see how bad I need a mommy and daddy.
Oh boy.
This is the
I'll make
opposite.
it
Now they
easy.
don't want to adopt. You're showing them the bad side of children.
Well, I feel a lot better now.
I don't want to be here anymore.
Pumpkins is going after the bacon.
Screech does not feel capable of dealing with this situation.
Understandably.
Sprung patters over and he takes out a little cocktail sword that he wears at his waist, and he jabs the diaper and just kind of holds it out away from him, scampers off, and you hear the sound of something messy falling a very long way down a very deep hole. And he comes back and he's wiping his little cocktail rapier off, and he puts it back in his.
That
screeches.
wasn't so odd, was it?
Oh, maybe not for you, but boy, I'm gonna hear about that one later.
That's cool.
Do you need another one, or like?
Well, mostly just a night.
Okay, well, hopefully we won't have to worry about that anymore. Oh,
It's okay.
okay.
No,
so Imperio's just like Donald Duck in it right now.
Yeah,
very much so.
Yeah. He's a kid. He's a 4-year-old. Sounds about right. These pants aren't working for me today anymore. I'm gonna lose these. It's like,
They smell funny.
And here's the thing: if any grown up who's ever been around a kid who's not their own does not know how to react to this situation.
Yeah.
But if it's yours, you know exactly what to do.
If it's yours, well, I'm gonna get that kid and slap some pants on him. But if like when I was in my 20s and I was at a friend who had kids' place, and all of a sudden their kids were walking around half naked, like I'm just not gonna look. I don't know what to do about this situation. Yeah.
Wait a second. None of you guys have currently a 5-year-old who just like strips out of his clothes as soon as he comes home from school? No?
No. Mine.
Just me. Just me, I guess.
Mine outgrew that, thankfully. Yeah.
I mean, I put on comfy pants when I get home from work.
It's not even. Well, yeah.
I was once 5. I've been told.
Oh, boy.
That was a long time ago for my son.
You hope. You don't know what he's up to these days. What he does when he gets home.
No.
Pumpkins is enamored by the smell of bacon and has been ignoring the whole situation because of bacon.
Wampkins is the only smart one here.
Nobody's ever said that before.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Write that down.
Mark your calendar. Yeah.
It happened.
Even though the diaper situation made some rats push away their breakfast maybe for a bit, the majority of them tuck in. And you guys enjoy a little breakfast with the rats. You can't sit at the tables with them because you would crush their tables. And not many of them speak whatever language you speak. Most of them are chattering and rat to one another. But it's a friendly... You get the impression that this is a friendly village, and they're more interested in the 5 of you than they are necessarily upset that your giant bodies are eating all their bacon and running around with no pants on.
How good is this bacon, though?
Well... Considering you've never had bacon before, it's the best and worst bacon you've ever had.
Oh.
This is so good.
That's the most negative way you could have put that.
Why am I crying? It's so good. I'm so happy.
This bacon is...
I feel like my muscles are growing. I don't feel like I've ever had anything with protein in it before.
My headache's gone.
It's pretty salty. It is pretty salty bacon, just so you're aware.
I'm really thirsty.
I love salty bacon.
Yum.
You can only eat a couple of pieces before your mouths feel like they've completely dried out. But it's not porridge, and that's great. And this is 2 meals now you've had.
Not porridge.
That are not porridge.
This place is amazing.
Guys,
I love everyone here.
I could really, really get used to this. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
You're all starting to get a little bacon drunk, a little food coma drunk.
Is it nap time already?
Oh my god! While everyone's eating, a path clears away, and a large rat dressed in a purple long coat, complete with tails flopping around his own tail, and a pinstripe pair of breeches, and a monocle off his little lapel, sits down at one of the tables, eats a piece of bacon, and looks at the 5 of you. Says, "Ah, you must be the children. I'm the mayor."
Hi, I'm Pumpkins, and I love you because I love everyone here because this is so good.
Hello, Mayor.
Hello, Mayor.
Hello.
Are you in charge of adoptions?
They told me you might have mentioned something about adoptions.
What about pants?
Pants, we could probably do something for you, but you're a lot bigger than the rest of us.
Well, I don't care. It's okay.
I am going to just pretend that you always never wear pants, kid.
I always never wear pants. Oh.
That's what I was hoping.
What about your biodegradable fashion?
Oh, he's a kitty. He's got fur.
If the dragon wants to wear pants, the dragon can wear pants. That's a rather spiffy pair of purple pants you're wearing, Mr. Dragon.
Thank you very much.
Is it the mayor's purple
They are
shorts?
the best pants I've ever owned, as they are the only pants I've ever owned.
Nuh-uh, you got all them underpants.
I have underpants, that's true. Lots and lots of underpants.
I got a pretty white loincloth, and that it's not so white anymore. It's actually really brown.
Okay.
Well, my diaper was brown, so you do the
Is
math.
that, I'm guessing that's what I saw Mr. Scrounge running through the middle of town carrying on the end of his sword?
Oh, no.
Yeah, he had a brown, you know what, kids? Welcome to Rusty Rail. I hear you're going to be helping us save the town.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're supposed to move the town so it's not in the way of the train.
We would love to do that. We would also, we are so invested in this town that we would just really love to stay here forever and ever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are we supposed to meet Cindy?
Who?
That's the problem.
Cindy, she's the big kid.
Yep.
She's the mean one?
Oldest kid, Cindy. Well, kids, as much as I would love to have you help move the town, you see, we
Why?
can't.
Is it stuck?
But why?
Because it would wake up the monsters.
But
What?
Let me tell you a little story. The story of Rusty Rail.
Daybella sits crisscross applesauce on the
Oh,
ground.
story time!
Some of the townspeople start playing old-timey music, and things fade to black. When Rusty Rail was built, it was originally a stop on the tram line. We were going to be one of the places that people could get onto the train. But when the first train rolled through, all of the noise and the hubbub woke up someone from deep below, from a tunnel in the middle of town that
Was he
nobody had
invisible?
noticed before. No, he wasn't invisible. We saw them. There were 3 of them.
Oh.
They came pouring out of this tunnel from the middle of town that nobody noticed. And they ate up all of our
Not the
cheeseburgers.
cheeseburger.
And they tracked...
What's a cheeseburger?
Three's
I
a
would
lot,
show
right?
you, but there aren't any left. They ate them all. And they tracked mud on everybody's carpet. And they made a big old mess. And
Oh,
then
that's
they
not nice.
left. They left without cleaning up afterwards.
That's rude.
That's mean.
Well, maybe they could be invisible. That way, it would be less scary.
Well, maybe, but we definitely saw them, and they were jerks, all of them. But not the way that dead people are jerks. Different kinds of jerks.
Oh, you
Well-
know that people are jerks?
It's common knowledge when you're a grown-up that dead people are jerks.
Ah.
Most of my relatives are dead. And
You'll learn when you get
really
older.
nice. Take that back.
Young man, what are you doing with that sack of bloody rags?
Want some?
No.
You know what the nurse say, don't ask questions you won't hear the answer to.
No, I don't. Anyway, back to my story. And he very...
My parents are really cool. Where? I mean, I guess. And they're dead. So, take that back.
Rocky, he very purposely turns away from where you are slurping on these
I throw one of
rags.
the back of his head.
Just like
Oh.
the people in charge of the
That's
rail
rude,
station realized that they realized that anybody who came through town that was heavier or noisier than, I don't know, maybe 30 rats and 5 toddlers, and maybe a town full of coffee tins, anything heavier than that would wake up the monsters who lived below. and they'd come up and drag mud through our carpets and clean up, and not clean them up after they left. So the train stopped coming through.
Well, it's probably a good thing that we're not all like gargoyles, because they're really heavy.
I noticed how heavy you are.
I'm pretty heavy.
I'm just wondering, do we still need to make the train come through? Because maybe we just stay here forever. Maybe you adopt us, Mr. Mayor.
Well,
Do you not like your town the
Please.
way it is?
I love my town, and please, Mr. Mayor was my father. You can call me Mayor Charles P. Gorgonzola.
Peas and cheese.
I know a Gorgon.
Peas and carrots.
Wait, you're a Gorgon? I know a Gorgon.
Gorgonzola, it's a type of cheese. I'm a rat and we eat cheese. It's a rat thing. Don't worry about it.
Because I had the Gorgon once, and then it's told I got turned to stone. But then I got better.
Okay, Mr. Gorgiola.
Are you a friend of Godzilla?
Godzilla's a giant lizard. I'm a tiny rat.
Godzilla. It's the same.
I mean, we were roommates in high school, but only for a semester, and it didn't really work out.
Oh, wait.
We went to a private boarding school together.
Didn't we promise Jacques we would, help him and stuff?
I don't see Jacques around.
Yeah, but you gotta keep your promises, because that's what promises are for.
That's true.
Here's where we are, kids. Here's the situation. You're not the first group of kids who we've seen down in the sewers. We've noticed the caretaker taking lots of groups of kids to the underground city on different tram lines.
Why?
And it's only because there's apparently some sort of big meeting that we weren't invited to.
Why?
Because we're rats and not babies,
We're babies,
I'm assuming.
not rats, but again.
Would you like to come with us? If you adopt us, you could come with us because we were invited.
I'm very specifically not responding to the adoption question right now. We are moving past that. The problem is we're worried that the caretaker, who I'm sure you met, the mole fellow, is going to open this tramway soon enough. And when that train comes roaring through, it's going to wake up the monsters again. That's why we built the giant spider web.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Gorgiola, I have a question.
Yes. What's your who are you again? What's your boy with no pants? What's your question?
I'm the Perio. Okay? So
Pantsless Perio. All right, what's your question?
So you seem very, very wise. So
Yes, that's why I was elected lifetime mayor.
But at the same time, you never answered the question. Do you like Godzilla?
Yeah, that's the real question here.
I liked Godzilla just fine. I just wouldn't suggest being roommates with him. That's all. He never picks up his towels after he showers. He just leaves them on the floor. Who does that?
They smell
I don't
funny.
use a towel.
Flomkin slowly raises his hand.
They get mildewy, and they leave stains on the floor. Pick up your towel when you're done with it, and either hang it on the towel receptacle or put it in the hamper.
Oh.
But why?
Don't leave it on the floor.
What's a hamper?
A hamper is where you put your dirty... Don't you children have hampers in this place that you come from?
Wow.
We come from an orphanage. We don't have a lot of stuff.
I don't even have a towel.
No.
What stuff?
Well, what do you use to dry off with when you take your daily bath?
I usually shake really hard.
Daily?
Daily bath?
You should...
Shake.
Yeah.
You just shake yourselves off?
Oh,
I shake my booty.
I just do zoomies in the courtyard.
Watch this. Shake.
Ignatius, you just splatter sewer mud and all sorts of just everywhere. It just lines the wall. All the rats go, ah!
I like how rats are telling us we should bathe.
Yes.
That's how stinky we are.
Look, we're subverting stereotypes today is what we're doing. Yeah.
Rat stereotypes.
Rat stereotypes. They're actually very clean animals, sir.
Not the ones in the sewer, but again.
Not the ones maybe not the ones in the sewer. That's a good point. They keep this part of the sewer very nice.
These ones are.
But look, the point I'm trying to make, kids, Godzilla's fine. He's a nice guy. He's not a great roommate,
Good to know.
but he's a nice enough guy. We haven't really kept in touch. It's been a while since boarding school, but he was fine. He's fine. He seems fine. I believe his heart is generally in the right place. I don't even know what my point was. My point is, kids, aside from Godzilla's a nice guy, terrible roommate, nice guy.
Okay, then.
If we move the town, I'm afraid the noise will wake up the monsters. But if we don't do something, they're going to bring the train through, and that will wake up the monsters.
Oh.
That's quite a that's bad.
A problem, yeah.
Yeah, problem.
Predicament.
That's what the nurse said. Predicament.
Hey, you said they come out from a tunnel in town?
Mm-hmm. I don't know how we missed it, but there's a hole in the middle of town square. We just kind of
put
stuff
over it.
The train goes right over it.
Like why don't we just put the net over it?
Did you want us to help you while you guys fight the monsters?
Well, we're small.
We're small too.
We're not really fighters here in Rusty Rail, but
We're small children.
yes, but you're bigger than we are.
Well,
I can beat up monsters.
Could you?
Maybe we could beat up your monster
If they're mean and
If
jerks.
you adopt us.
or if you give us something that's good at beating things up.
1,400 million cookies.
Well, first of all, there's no such thing as 1,400 million cookies.
What?
How you know?
Are you
There's none?
sure?
Really?
We
Guys,
okay, kids.
That's how
please don't
many
cry.
Jacques had, though. That's he said, though. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
We
I
don't
do
have
remember.
1,400 million cookies here. How about that? Secondly, you can beat up our monsters. That's what I heard. I heard that you were going to beat up the monsters. It was and that sounds that sounds good to us.
We could put the net over the hole, and then we could do like we did the trash monster, and then just sit there and the toilet monster, and then just sit there and beat them up through the net.
Yeah.
I feel like somehow, I'm not sure how the conversation got to us beating up the monsters.
Oh, that's because I said it.
Why?
Mr. Mayor, what is the P in your what does the P in your name stand for?
It stands for politics. Charles Politics Gorgonzola. That's my name.
That's a good name for a mayor.
What's politics?
I think it's
It's
being
a chicken.
sneaky.
It's something that parents do when they want to get angry
Yeah.
Oh.
and yell at
How do
people.
you know so much
Could be
about parents,
Charles'
Daybella?
I saw some on the way to the orphanage.
I don't have a middle name. Hey, am I supposed to have a middle name?
If
I
you
have
want
a middle
one.
name.
It usually helps to have a last name first, and then you put something in between them, and that's your middle name.
Trombone.
Can I use your last name?
Oh.
Bing.
Bong?
Bing.
My middle name is The.
Your middle name is the? You're
Yes.
Henry the Dragon?
The hypoallergenic, yes.
The hypoallergenic. Henry the hypoallergenic.
My middle name's Bong.
Bing.
Bong.
Bing.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you
I think
Every
those
time-
are their middle names too.
Bing.
when you
Bong.
in the background you hear a rat go as Rizzo readjusts his sunglasses and steals some more cookies.
Then of the monsters Godzilla.
What is it with you and Godzilla, kid? All right. You know Godzilla had a middle name.
Was it Bong?
Bing.
So it was Stop. And his last name was Asking About Godzilla.
That's a weird
Godzilla,
name.
stop asking about Godzilla.
That
was a
stupid
yes.
name.
If I walked up to him, I'd say, "Hi, I'm Frumpkins Bong."
Bing.
Bing, Bong.
Bing.
And he would say, "Hi, I'm Godzilla. Stop asking about Godzilla." That's what he would say. Okay. Wow. You really are 5 toddlers, aren't you?
Just like Godzilla. What have I done?
There's a rumbling.
It's Godzilla, guys.
The town starts to rumble. And all the townspeople go,
It's Godzilla.
and they all look towards the center of town. There's a piece of plywood that has been laid across the center of town that has been laid like on the ground, and it starts to tremor.
Oh, what's that?
There's a knocking. As if and you can see the board kind of banging up and down, and with every knock, bang, bang, the board goes, bang, the board goes up.
Thwompkins will run over to it.
Thwompkins, you run over to the board, and all of the rats run the other way.
Hi, I'm Thwompkins.
And you can hear the mayor going, apparently 5 toddlers was too many toddlers! You've woken up the monsters! Thwompkins, you say hello, I'm Thwompkins?
Yes, because they're knocking on the door.
This hand.
Don't answer the door to strangers.
This hand works itself out from under the plywood.
Oh.
And it makes a fist.
Oh, rock, paper, scissors.
Do paper.
Do paper.
Step on his fingers.
Nothing beats
And you
WAP.
hear a voice go, "What's up, bruh? I'm Brody."
Oh,
And it's got his
bump.
it fist bumps with it. All right. So
Hey!
and the door or the particle board, I should say, on the floor, the board on the floor flings upwards, and these 2 brown hands come pulling out of this, moving out of the hole, grab onto the rims, and you see these muscular arms kind of start to push, and this head arises out. And it's a long horse head wearing wraparound Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Oh god.
And it's got a spiky mane, and the tips of the mane are kind of frosted and spiked up. And this horse-looking creature kind of works its way out, and it's standing there on 4 legs. It's all kind of an orangey brown, but it's like, you can tell it's not orangey brown. It's just covered itself in something that's orangey brown, and its arms are so and chest are so wide it like can't put them together.
Oh.
And it's standing on 4 legs, but the legs end in like human hands. It goes, "What's up, bro? I'm Brody. Guys,
I'm Thwompkins. Hey, guys, this is Brody.
Hey, guys. Hey, bros." And he's yelling down the hole, "Come on up. There's new people to party with. Yeah!
Oh, party!
Party time!"
Party?
Party!
We have a party.
I don't think so.
And two more of these weird horse creatures come crawling up out of the hole. One of them's got a baseball cap on backwards, and he's slapping a paddle, just kind of like against his thigh. And the third one is wearing a mesh tank top and nothing else. And they're like, "All right,
Hey.
It's party time, bros! Poonicorns in the house! Yeah!"
This feels bad.
Really
I'm sorry,
bad.
what are these called?
And they all start high-fiving. "We're the Poonicorns!
Hey, high 5! 3.
Capisimify Poonicorns! Yeah!
Bong!
Bong! Yeah!
Stranger danger. Stranger danger.
Listen to Imperio! He knows!
Stranger
That's
danger.
strangers, that's Brody.
No.
Oh no.
Something about
Bad.
these bronies doesn't feel right to you. These Poonicorns, as they call themselves.
If Jack Johnson comes on the radio, I'm leaving.
So we're supposed to, hey,
They got-
Brody, we're
They're
supposed to...
rocking puka shell necklaces and just feeling the groove, man. They're just feeling chill. Yeah.
Brody, we're supposed to help move this town, but we're also supposed to stop people from stop some monsters from stopping us to do that. But we got to move this town to be able to do stuff.
Thwompkins! Those are the monsters!
Little dude, no one's gonna move the town. If you move the town, where would we come up to party on the weekends? Yeah!
Maybe we can just go to where the town is then.
One of the other bronies has he's just reached over and grabbed the rotunda in the middle, the kind of the cardboard block gazebo where the mayor had been talking the other day, and he just starts lifting it over, just starts benching it over his head. He's like, "Yeah, you even lift, bro? Yeah."
I mean, I lift stuff. Yeah, I lift stuff. And he picks up something.
Guys, I'm afraid that Wompkins is highly susceptible.
Someone's gotta be.
Tell him to move it, pick it up, and then move.
And he just throws the gazebo.
Oh, that.
Oh
Wait,
Very rude.
Thumpkin's brain has a bit of a moment. Wait, I like throwing things, but I'm not supposed to throw this.
No. This is our town that we love, guys.
How about you come party at the orphanage?
The bronies are starting to go through the town, and they are
You can party through the orphanage.
reaching through people's windows and
Brody?
just like grab and eat.
Oh, what are you doing?
Food and...
What are you? That's not good.
We're partying! Come on, party!
Wait, that's not. Wait.
All right.
Partying is
You're
scary.
mean!
Hey kiddos, it's Jason, your friendly neighborhood sitter, and I want to talk to you today about Anchor by Spotify. Anchor is an all-in-one podcasting app that lets you edit and record your podcast right from your phone or computer, and then host it on your favorite podcast-catching website. And the best part of all, it is absolutely free. Anchor is what we use to host Even Footing Games Presents Babies and Broadswords, and even though I've had to record this ad 15 times, what you're going to hear is the best version we have, thanks to Anchor. So download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started today. It is so easy, a baby could do it.
Thanks for listening. Exciting news is that our first book, Babies and Broadswords, the book with all the rules, is now available in all formats. Hardcover, softcover, Kindle PDF, and as of today, or when next update on the drive-thru RPG PDF version goes through, the print-friendly version will be updated with a more traditional font for greater accessibility. Even Footing Games will be at Playthrough Gaming Convention in Raleigh, North Carolina, March 19th through the 20th. Tickets are on sale now if you want to come say hi and jump in a game run by one of our fabulous sitters. We also want to give a shout out to our newest patron, Ryan. We really appreciate the support, and it is great to be able to get to know our patrons and other members on our Discord server. As always, thanks to the gentlemen for the use of their song, Rubber Ball, and now we will get back to that great baby action.
When Thwomkin says you're mean, all of the bronies stop. And they
Don't want you doing that.
They all slowly turn their giant horse heads with their wraparound sunglasses and their frosted tips. And they say, "We're not mean, bruh. We're bad."
Your mama didn't hug you.
Neither did our mama, but we're not mean.
What?
Don't talk about our moms, bruh. Don't talk about my ma.
We don't have moms. Or dads.
Hey, look.
These bro horses are not here to chat. They're here to wreck the town. And if you want to save your town, it's time to put your big boy boots on.
I don't even have boots.
Everybody roll to see whose turn it is.
Is that plus precociousness or adventurousness?
It's just a 1d6.
Oh, just straight? Okay.
Yeah, just a...
Henry got a 4.
Henry got a 4.
He's ready to go.
Ignatius got a 6.
I got a 3.
Ooh, quickie.
Sorry?
Oh, not so quickie.
Thwompkins has a 5.
Medium quick. All right.
I have a 3.
I'm a 3. The Poonicorns actually go last because I rolled a 2. So, Jimmy, you got three Poonicorns, three Poonicorn bras who are ransacking your town that you hope to get adopted from, and you are first up. All of your abilities are back. Remember any items that you have. Now's a good time to use them.
All right, I'm gonna go with "Ain't I a Stinker?" for one.
Oh, are you?
I'm a stinker, which is very appropriate, and I'm going to charm them with my roguishly toothless grin. What I'm trying to do is just convince them that this isn't very cool and they should party somewhere else. You know, look, I heard that they got these things called 40s over there. I don't know what that is, but they're over there, way over there.
They got 40s over there.
I'm gonna try to charm them.
All right, so you get that gives you a +2 to what's the check that gives you?
+2 to cool as I try to charm them with my roguishly toothless
Gotcha.
grin.
Go for it.
All right, 4 + 2 is 6 plus my cuteness is 10.
That is oof from a goof. One of them perks his ears up and she goes, 40s? Bro, we could do Edward 40 hands.
Yeah, right over there, way over there.
And he just starts galloping away down the sewer.
Problem solved.
Totally forgetting. Yeah, you got. That was a one-shot, one-kill, basically. You got. I don't know whatever, you just took it out right off the bat. So the one Poonicorn goes galloping off. It's like, 40s, yeah! The other's like, bro, we're partying here. Okay. Okay, we'll catch you later, brah. And he's already gone.
And what range am I in at that time? Am I in spinning range or am I in flailing range?
You're in flinging range right now.
I will stay in flinging range.
Staying and flinging.
Yes.
I believe Thwompkins is next. He rolled a 5.
Yep.
Brody, I'm gonna ask you real nice to put that down and party somewhere else.
No!
Well,
I mean, yeah.
you did your best.
Grabs the super sticky, webby, slimy booger
Oh, gross.
off his head.
Mm-hmm.
Not flicks it straight on, pelts it at him. It says it grosses out for 1 turn.
Mm-hmm. Does it cause any damage or does it just gross out? Okay.
It just says grossed out. I didn't know if you added anything because of the webbing.
Nope. Okay. The webbing, tell you what, he'll be grossed out for 2 turns because he'll spend 1 turn trying to get the booger off of him, but the webbing makes it super sticky. So.
Okay, and grossed out, they take 1 extra point of tummy ache damage on next successful attack.
Yep. So the next person who hits, so Thwompkins throws a sticky, gross booger and it slaps Brody. Where does it hit him?
Oh, I want to say right at the end of the nose.
Oh! It hits his nose, and he's just like, he's trying to wipe it off, but his arms aren't quite long enough to reach out to the end of his nose.
And now Thwompkins, while this guy is now figuring this out and has refused to comply.
He has refused to comply. It's correct, officer. He has refused to comply.
For activating abilities, it's just what it specifically states. It's no longer cookies unless stated, correct?
Yes, I believe that is the case.
And I can activate any certain number, or that apply?
Using the item was a little thing, so using one of your abilities would be your big thing. So you can do 1 ability. Yeah.
So can I do pre-nap tantrum and then attack?
No, because you've already used your little thing from.
So I can only activate pre-nap.
You can activate the rage, right?
Okay, but if I do no, which I work myself into a foul mood and get 1 extra attack again, I would be activating that.
I think that does give you an extra attack. Yeah.
Yep,
Yep.
Okay, but I wouldn't be doing the attack this turn.
You can do an attack. No, you would not. You would have to wait till your next turn, and you would. Boy, let me pull it up. I think we're in sticky.
I'm going in circles here.
We're going in circles here. Okay. You think we'd know how
We're in the book. Yeah, we're in our own book.
I wrote the damn book.
We're in the book, man. I wrote the damn
it doesn't. I don't believe it mentions anything about the abilities being activated on turns. I mean, as actions.
Well, it's a thing, and a big thing and a little thing, and one ability might cost both things.
Right. So let me just make sure that. Let me see what it said. Barbarian works with this one. Yeah, you do get an extra. You get an extra little thing, which is basically an attack at half damage by going into no. So you can work yourself into no and get that extra attack now.
Okay.
And that, in the sense, it's giving you 2 little things, or you can use an ability, one of the other abilities, and then you can save no for another time.
But I wouldn't get the attack. I wouldn't be able to do pre-nap tantrum and then attack.
Right.
Okay. Well, at that point, I'll take the 2 tummy aches and do no.
Okay.
And proceed to bash him with my rolling pin.
Okay.
On the foot.
On the foot. He's got 4 of them. Yep. All right. Go ahead.
Because you said they're like human-like hands. So
They're human-like hands.
I mean, by the way,
I hate
all
that, by the
4
way.
are hands.
So deliciously creepy.
First attack. So I guess that would be plus muscly, correct? 3 plus 6. 3 plus 6 is 9.
9, and I got a 6, so that would be 3 regular damage, but you're doing half damage.
Well,
so in this case, it'd be.
Well, I get 1 at full, and then an extra attack at half, according to the ability.
Right, you're right.
So that'd be full, and then this one's half, which is 5 plus 6 and 11.
And that's another. You got a 9, so that would be another 1 point of damage because it's half. Okay, so it's you did 4 altogether. When you hit him with your rolling pin, though, you notice that he kind of you didn't quite get through his muscles. It looks like he kind of took some of the damage literally on the chest. And just kind of snorted, laughed at you.
Did he take the extra damage from the webbing, or is that only if it was tummy ache damage?
He does take 2 extra points of tummy ache damage.
Gotcha.
But the physical hit didn't seem to do as much damage as you hoped it would do.
Okay, that's fine.
But that does take him to... okay. Henry, you're up next.
Can I get to flailing range?
Can you get to flailing range? You can get to spitting range.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to use there's this one and she does this. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say, this is absolute anarchy and without rules and responsibilities. Nothing will be here for you to party with and start talking about rules and laws and all that stuff that I found in a book once. And then it says that I get to do another thing at half damage.
Yep.
They're bored. And
right,
I get.
So which one? Well, are you talking to Brody who already took some damage, or are you yelling at?
Yeah, I'll take Brody.
All right. So Brody's like, "Oh God, rules are so lame. You sound like my dad, brah."
You have a dad?
Just keep beating him, Henry. You're doing it.
Ugh.
So I'm gonna take my 2 grumps and my 2 cookies for that.
God, you sound like the dean. Ugh.
But then, can I take my heavy whacking book that is rusty?
Yeah, you do have a heavy rusty whacking book. Yep.
And I would like to hit him with it or throw it at him or something like that. So that he gets hit with my rusty nail.
Okay. So your heavy whacking book is a precocious weapon.
Yes.
So Henry, as you are boring him with rules and regulations, you are literally throwing the book at him.
Yes.
In a sense.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So this will be a precociousness attack since you're attacking with your precocious. And with the rusty nail, I believe it gives you
a +1 to attack once per combat.
Okay.
I got a 6 with my 5. That's 11 plus 1 is 12.
Jeez. And that's at half damage, though?
It is at half damage.
All right.
Because they're already bored.
They are bored, and I think he's also grossed out still. So that would be... I got a 7, so with your 12, holy moly, even at half damage, Brody just, like... You can see he physically wilts and kind of slumps down. So he is sitting on the floor with his arms and legs crossed, like he's like a petulant toddler. And he goes, "Ugh, you guys are lame. You know what? I don't even want to hang out anymore. I'm Brody, and I'm out of here. And he just kind of slides back through, down the back into the hole.
Yeah, that's right. That's why you don't mess with a majestic dragon.
Like, oh, dragons are lame!
No, they're not. They're majestic!
And there's this slimy trail of tanning goo as he scoops himself back down to the tunnel. And there's just one Poonicorn left. But he's the biggest one. He's the one who hasn't said or done anything yet. He's just been sitting there in the mesh tank top, just flexing one pec over and over again.
Not doing the dance?
Yeah, he's just like peck, yeah.
Gross.
And Esteban, that's going to bring it around to you.
So, I crawl up the ceiling and drop on his head.
Can you crawl? Give me a cool roll. I know you can crawl on the ceiling, but give me a cool roll to see if he's noticed you sneaking around like that.
Got a 7.
He got an 8. So just as you start to drop down, Roque, he sees you and just swipes one arm out and just kind of knocks you out of the air. It doesn't hurt you, but you land in fleeing distance. So you land in flinging range. So if you're going to take an action, that you use up your moving thing, but you can't get any closer than flinging range.
I'm going to throw a not very good candy at him.
Oh, you got one of those grandma sweater candies? Okay. Make me an adventurousness roll to see how well you throw this thing.
I got a 9. Woohoo!
And I got an 8, so it hits. What is the candy? He's yawning after he hits you. After he bats you out, he's like, "Come at me, bro." And the candy lands right in his mouth, and he's just kind of puzzledly chewing. He's got a big old horse mouth. It's hard to miss it. But and he looks like Mr. Ed. He's like, so what does the grandma sweater candy do?
Each candy makes opponent cranky. Yes.
Makes him cranky? Okay. All right. So he just spits it out and I can taste the GMOs. And he's gonna take on the next successful attack against him. He'll take an extra point of grumps damage. He's looking pretty cranky about that terrible candy. And that's going to bring it around to Daybella.
Daybella is going to walk up to the remaining creepy horseman. And I guess as close as she can get. Mm-hmm. So probably...
Spitting range,
what?
Yeah.
Flaning?
Spitting, yeah.
Spitting? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
And she's going to pull out the two little dolls, her 2 little dolls that she's crafted. And say, well, you can hang out if you want. If you want to party with us, you can borrow one of my dolls. And she's gonna try and just, like, really bring the party down. And make him want to leave. After everything. Like, he's got nasty candy, and now there's this, like, sad little child. With her creepy dolls.
Alright. You were trying to bring the party down, which is something brainy kids do. So give me a precociousness. We'll say this is a precociousness attack. Okay.
Ooh. That is a 7.
I got a 5. So
okay.
He reaches out for one of the dolls, and he's just kind of holding it and looking at the... He's not going anywhere, but he's like confusedly looking at all of you and the doll, but his resolve does seem to have dropped a bit. So you did 2 points of actually you did 3 points of grump damage.
Nice.
Because he was cranky. He looks even crankier. Like, oh.
Yeah, she just makes her doll dance. She's like, yeah, they can dance.
I don't want to play with dolls.
It's a party.
Daybella, he's going to reach down, and he kind of grabs you by your arms. And he's trying to pick you up. Give me an adventurousness roll.
That's a 3.
So what's the total?
It's a 3.
Oh, the 3 is the total?
Yes,
Why?
I'm not very adventurous.
So he picks you up, and he's just bench pressing you over his head.
Hey,
Stop!
put
No!
my friend down.
And he's like, I don't got time for games. I gotta get my reps in. And he's bench pressing you over his head, and he bumps your head up against the ceiling. And you're actually gonna take five ouchies.
Ooh, I'm out. That's all the ouchies I have, man. He just smacks me into the ceiling and I go out.
Oh no. He bumps your noggin on the ceiling, and Babel, you just go, start crying, and he looks absolutely, I'm sorry, oh god, I'm sorry, I'm just playing around, I'm sorry, kid. And he puts you on the floor, and he's just like not sure what to do. He's like he's like apologizing to all the rats. He's like, I didn't mean, I was just messing around. Oh god, I'm good. Don't tell, okay? Don't tell anybody, alright? We're cool, right?
We're gonna call the police!
Bro, no.
You're a bad guy.
I can't get in trouble again. They'll kick me out of school. Oh man. Shh.
You're the type of person I was told not to grow up like.
Police! You need to come and arrest this man who was inappropriately touching.
No! Whoa! No! We're just playing around. Here. Shh. And he reaches into his. He's not wearing any pants, so he kind of like.
He's wearing a shirt.
He pulls off his ball cap, and he's got like a package under his ball cap. He's like, here, just take this, and he kind of shoves it at Daybella, and he hightails it down towards the hole. And he's like, look, oh god, just don't tell her parents, okay? They'll cut off her. Oh man, they'll cut us off. Okay, Poonicorns rule. And then he pulls the board his head. He pulls the board over his head and goes back down into the hole. And you can just hear, oh man, we can't go back up there. We're going to be in so much trouble.
I'm going to tell your moms.
Oh, we're going to be in so much trouble. And after a moment, the smell of tanning lotion and freshly laundered mesh shirts and too much Axe body spray dissipates.
Well, at least they cleaned.
Henry runs over and puts a Band-Aid on Daybella.
Yeah.
Or bandage. A bandage.
An adhesive strip.
A plaster.
Adhesive medical strip.
While you are bandaging up Daybella, there is a...
Is that just one ouchie?
One ouchie, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we'll say she slapped it on before you went into total meltdown
Got it.
mode. All right. There is just a smattering of tiny little paws clapping together. Yay! Hooray! Our heroes! Little tiny cowboy rat hats are getting thrown in the air. Yeehaw! There's tiny little violins. There's square dancing in the streets.
Oh, wait, so we're partying? Party!
No.
It's a party. The monsters are gone.
Party is bad.
And the mayor comes over, and he's walking real wide. And he's got his fancy purple coat. And he's like, well,
does he have a bolo tie on? Because I really want him to have a bolo tie.
He does now, and he has always had it on. Well, looks like you kids saved the day. We all had a talk about it. With the monsters gone, we can reopen the train. The train can come on back through the city again, and we'll be a station. You've not only saved the town, but you've saved our livelihoods. Hooray!
Wait, so we don't have to move the town?
Yeah!
And you're ready to adopt us!
I never
Yay!
said that! Screech and Strong, however, push their way through the crowd. and Screech pushes back his hood, and Strong does the same. And they look at the five of you, and they say, we've been talking about it, and we've come to a decision, children.
Henry holds his breath.
We live dangerous, reckless lives as scouts for Rusted Rail, so to adopt children would be highly irresponsible of us.
Us too.
I'm dangerous and reckless. That's what the nurses say.
We have agreed we're going to be your adopted uncles.
Yeah.
Hey!
I'll take it, guy. I don't know.
That means a couple of times a year we'll all hang out and we'll give you candy and you can watch movies that are inappropriate for your age range.
Can we
Whoa.
Can we drink wine coolers?
We'll see. Just don't tell your
Can he
mom.
tell you?
You don't have moms. Oh god. But anyway, we want you to consider us. We want you to consider us Uncle Screech and Uncle Scrong. Hey.
Choose Screech.
Uncle
Yay!
Screech.
They get
Uncle
hugs.
Squad.
They get hugs.
Yay.
They hug you as well. You'll always have a place to stay in our cardboard fort.
I'll take it.
Yay!
And we can...
And bacon?
And bacon anytime you want. And we'll
We love
come,
you.
And we'll actually... We love... And he looks at Scrong.
Yeah.
Shrugs. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we love you too. Okay, yeah. All right, kids. Yay.
Henry just has a little bit of a tear. Just a little dragon tear forming.
It just sizzles a little bit as it rolls on his cheek. We'll take you back to the train station and let the caretaker know everything's been dealt with, and then from there the next stop is the city.
City?
You know, your envelope convoy conclave thing that
Oh, right.
All right.
that you've occasionally mentioned and then forgotten about 3 seconds later.
I guess we could go there.
I remember.
But we're still able to come hang out with you guys sometimes, right?
Sure, in moderation every now and then.
Never heard.
What's moderation?
Or
I don't have a
It mean-
motto.
Or a fodder.
moderation. We have an operation.
Moderation.
No, maybe.
It's weird.
Oh.
Celebration.
Uncle Ration.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey.
celebration. That's the ration we'll talk. Yay, we're celebrating.
We have family.
Hooray.
Our
yes.
first
Yay.
part.
Wait, so do we have a grandpa too?
Does that mean we're all cousins?
Yeah.
I guess it would mean that you're all family with each other now.
Yay!
Oh, this is the best day ever!
Hugs
And,
all around.
and it,
I had no
it
family.
almost
and now
happened
I got
on my birthday.
one.
It's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, the birthday! Oh, your birthday was yesterday.
Yesterday.
all of the rats in town are just sobbing. They're just tears just rolling.
You know what, guys? I really wish that Isabel was here.
Oh!
I don't know who that is.
I'm sure that when she come back, she can be in the family too.
Yeah. She's already your family. We'll adopt her into our family too.
Isabel.
Okay. Okay.
Who?
I think most importantly, we found out that we were each other's family all along.
I didn't know.
The best family is the family that you make.
Are we the Bong family?
Bing!
No.
Bong.
Davella wants to look inside. She's gonna pick up her dolly from where the guy threw it on the ground before picking me up, I assume, and look over at his hat and see what he dropped.
Yep. There's a bandana that he had tied together. You open up, and there are a bunch of little plastic baggies. And in those little plastic baggies
Sugar.
are cookies.
Oh dear
And
God.
there's
And
you count 10 cookies.
Whoa! That's a lot of cookies.
Amazing.
And on top of that, Daybella, the hat is so stiff from all the hair gel and product. Like you can knock.
Petrified hat.
It would probably make a pretty cool helmet for somebody.
Ooh. Can I look around and see if there's anything else?
Sure, why don't you give me are you using your
Yes.
your loot roll ability? Yes, yeah. So make sure you take off the
Maybe the other
let's do
two found something or dropped something before they ran away.
one of Daybella's abilities is she can look twice for loot.
Yes. Don't touch that.
Don't touch that is what it's called.
Mm-hmm. It's 2 tummy aches.
And you also found when one of them ran off, they dropped a bag that they were carrying, like a messenger bag or that when you open it up.
No, douchier. It's like those gym bags that cinch
Right,
on
it's like
the
a
top.
yeah. There you go. That's what I was thinking about. I'm like, what is the word? It's a duffel bag. It's a gym bag.
Yeah.
When you open it up, there's a bunch of weird metal cans that you can hear them sloshing around with liquid. And Screech and Scrong run up and go, your Uncle Screech and Scrong will take care of those. And they scoop up all the cans.
Okay.
The silver cans, but you can keep the bag.
Oh.
And it's a stinky duffel bag that'll give you +1 to your carrying capacity. So it does not count as it doesn't count against your capacity, and it actually gives you a +1.
Yeah, she's taking that because she's been picking up a lot of stuff and doesn't have a lot of room.
So you just take all the stuff out of your pockets and just shove it into this bag.
Yeah.
And you still got room for more stuff.
Yeah, so she's sitting there just stuffing all her new stuff into there.
And that's where we'll end for the night, with your 2 new uncles doing uncle stuff and drinking whatever's in this mysterious cans that they quickly took from you.
It's probably gross adult stuff.
Is it like super energy drinks? Because I feel like they had to stay up for their finals.
Right, that's what they were concerned for.
40-ounce cans of Slam!
Yeah! Not for kids.
It was called 4 Limb Locos.
But that's where we're going to end tonight. Thank you so much for listening to another rousing adventure of Even Footing Games presents Babies and Broadswords. Someday I'll be able to actually speak into this microphone. If you haven't picked up your copy of our book, The Book with All the Rules yet, what the heck are you waiting for? You can find it on Amazon and DriveThruRPG as a PDF, and Amazon as a softcover and hardcover. Proceeds go to our pockets.
Thank you.
Thank you. And just a note, we are going to be slowing things down a little bit here at Even Footing. We do have real lives to live, and sometimes things go up that are unexpected. So for a little bit of time, we're going to be scaling back down to 2 episodes a month as opposed to 1 a week. When we have the time, we're going to try to pick that back up to a regular number again, but don't worry, we're still around. Real life sometimes takes precedence, and we just need to slow things down a little bit.
And Steve can only edit for so many hours.
Steve can only sit here and try to edit all our nonsense for so many hours. But while you're waiting for us to play our next round of Babies and Broadswords, you could be playing your own game of Babies and Broadswords. Yeah! Ooh. So thanks to all our guests. Thanks, everybody, for playing with me tonight. We're going to have our usual Big Kids rules, so stick around for that if you want to hear us talking about our game development and design stuff. Otherwise, we'll catch you next time on Babies and Broadswords.
And remember,
Bye.
Your babies could be a member of our family, the Bong family.
Bing. Bong family.
Bong.
Maybe your kid wants to get adopted by a couple of rats. Who knows? Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Except for those sticking around.
Okay, now that those guys are gone. All right, welcome to another edition of Big Kids Rules, our podcast within a podcast within a podcast within a podcast.
It's bigger on the inside.
It's bigger on the inside. It's like some sort of timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly phone boothy thing.
Oh, I thought we were doing podcastception.
Oh, we're doing podcastception? That's cool, too.
The podcast Matryoshka.
Gone too far.
His token wasn't the top, it was his wedding ring. That's how you know.
What?
Yeah, go back and watch Inception again.
I'm just kidding,
Oh, okay.
Jason. Aw.
You know, I was in a ska band in high school, right? So today we wanted to talk a bit about, like, we're getting more into how to run a game of Babies and Broadswords, more tips for sitters, since, as we said, the game is... It's out now. You can buy a copy now. It's there waiting for you.
Amazing.
But we wanted to amazing, and it looks so good, guys. You really need to see it. You need to hold a copy in your hand. It's
yeah.
But you can also just hold a copy on your phone. That works as well too.
It's not quite as good though.
Available now on DriveThruRPG.
Thank you, Jimmy. If you're not sure what the game entails, you can also on DriveThru. We just put a demo up with just very, very quick synopsis of the rules and a filled out character sheet, so you can kind of get an idea of if you're not sure, and that's for free. So if you're like, I don't know, do I want to buy the book? What's it look like? You can get an idea from that demo.
If you order your book and you just can't wait to get started,
that works
free demo, yeah.
Free demo. Or if you get onto our Patreon,
you
can get a half price copy of the book and all of those proceeds go to our pockets as well.
Mostly paying us back for all the money we put into this company.
Mostly paying back, yeah. We have started a real company, and that's expensive to do.
It was multiple hundreds.
Multiple hundreds. So that Patreon money helps us break even, which is great. But what we wanted to talk about today is, what do you do when you have a rotating cast of players? Especially if you are running this game for grown-ups.
Hey, Jason, I've noticed you have to deal with that all the time.
I do, because people are busy.
My chair spins. Is that rotating?
Yes, my chair also spins, and it's hard not to spin it while I'm... But if I did, I would choke myself with my headphones, so I don't.
Remember, sitters, if your players are rotating too much, just get stationary chairs that don't move and don't spin.
Or get a young priest and an old priest, depending on what parts of them are rotating. But,
the power of Christ compels you.
So yes, as you may have noticed, those who listen, we do have our core, but folks drop in and drop out. So there are a couple of ways around that. For Babies and Broadswords in particular, I think the episodic nature of the game kind of makes it not that big of a deal, especially because most sessions probably going to be done in a night. But for the longer campaigns, boy, it gets hard kind of figuring out ways to bring people back in, especially if it's a person who plays the same character. Garrett, for example, probably when he comes back, probably won't be playing Crockett or Tubbs again. He'll probably pick somebody else up. And that works fine, because it's just a one-time thing. But for folks who drop in and play the same character, like Roque can't be here every time, it's all a matter of coming up with ways to keep that character occupied when the player's not around.
I mean, granted, they're toddlers. Just shake some keys or something, you know.
To some extent, you can just say they're there, and they've been following you around the whole time. I like to send people off on side quests. That's usually my way around. Like, oh, I have to go deal with something. I'll be back.
Never.
I'll be back.
Yeah. I'll be back and just show up out of the blue. It works great for Roque for Esteban because he's a vampire, so he just kind of magically appears. Yeah, he just kind of comes in, comes out.
But sometimes babies have to fall down a hole.
Sometimes babies have to fall down a hole.
Oh.
Exactly.
Or in your cases, not fall down a hole a couple episodes ago. All the fun stuff happened in the hole.
Yeah.
I know for me it's frustrating sometimes when players can't make it, but it's understandable, and it's the real challenge I have is, okay, I can find something for you to do, but I want that thing to play into the larger narrative. So it's like, I may have sent you off on a side quest, but what is that going to mean later on? And how is that going to play out? Like, I'm still not entirely sure what I had Roque and Isabeau doing when they went scampering off.
Something about unicorns.
But when I figure it out, I know they may have been frozen and dealt with some Poonicorns. Was it these Poonicorns? Was it different Poonicorns? How many Poonicorns are there?
A whole frat house worth.
Hope not that many.
Yeah.
There could be chapters all over the underground.
No.
It's bigger on the inside.
It's bigger on bra. Jimmy, how do you deal with character drop in and drop out? What's you've probably got more DM experience than even I do. So how do you kind of deal with that?
I do have a lot of DMing experience in many different games. I do a couple of different things depending on the situation. For something like Babies and Broadswords, like a couple of the things you've done I really liked is when you get a chance to say something that you know that character would say and nail it. Every once in a while, just to remind you that character is lurking in the background. Babies aren't always focused razor sharp on the on what's in front of them. So
neither are you guys.
so to have a baby
who's
off on the side until that time where there's just no doubt in anyone's mind what Ignatius might say here, and then you speak up and say it and let the player know that there was a moment you got to embody that character, just to remind everybody that character is there, and or even to offer a little bit of guiding help where that player might have been really great to have hanging around, because I've gotten a chance to listen to the episodes now that I wasn't involved with when I we were buying a house and moving. There was just too much in my life, and so listening back, there was a time when Henry who was missing, or no, it was Daybella, and you guys said several times, we're really missing a leader. We really wish Daybella was here so she could deal with this. And as a DM or a game master, getting a chance to like speak through a character, just a little thing to help. Because if there are more players there are more solutions to the issues. So I really liked that, and I like to do that as well. I'll put characters on autopilot, or even just leave them out of entire combats. I don't know. We don't call it a combat in this, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
I mean, sort of.
Fight.
Thwompkins is like the only one fighting.
Hey, Henry threw his first book.
Oh, that is
this
true.
combat. No,
He threw the book at him.
I was going to say that I feel like our breaks are an easy way to explain why somebody wouldn't be involved as well. I think that it's easy to say, oh,
sure.
you know, you're grumps, you know, you had to take a nap. Somebody had to go find a potty, you know, and that's why they're going to catch up. They're going to catch up. And I think that makes it a little bit easier, especially if you're going somewhere and you know that they're going to be in the next session. You know, they could kind of show up behind you.
And that's an excellent point too, especially just speaking in the context of Babies and Broadswords. You're playing toddlers, and it's not at all rare for a kid to get bored with a game and go off and wander and find something else to do, and then later come wandering back. And if you decided as a sitter to play your game as you know, these are more pretend, they are playing a pretend game, that's what their adventure is, then, you know, use that as the reason why maybe this kid's not around. It's like, you know, Henry can't be there next week. You know, you guys were all talking yada yada yada. Henry got bored and he wandered off, and he's just over in the corner playing with Brett, you know, shooting fireballs at ants or something, whatever Henry decided to do.
Something I've done for several games, because I've GM'd quite a bit, is sometimes it's nice to have like a side crew, like a more of an episodic one shot. You know, always keep in mind of like, hey, if someone doesn't show up, you guys play your secondary characters that may have something involved in the story, but it's more of a background thing. And you keep, you know, you as a sitter try to keep it in mind of a one shot, you know, like it's just a one story thing. Maybe these characters come back later. They can always do cameos and stuff like that, or, you know, and that way it gives it so sort of like, you know, the character the person that's not there doesn't miss anything. And also, hey, just gets to have people have more fun with more different types of characters.
So you kind of put the main story on pause while the people who did show up do just something fun on the side.
Yeah, if you think in anime terms, think of a filler episode with fun, quirky side characters.
So we're back to the binder of babies. Then your baby stable.
That's purely hey.
You pull your random babies out.
The binders
of
babies is all you.
Binders of babies. All right.
I've only made about 11 characters, so.
Well, the nice thing about Babies and Broadswords is it takes you 10 minutes to make a character.
That's true. It's very fast.
Yeah.
Quite simple.
Right.
And I mean, honestly, I'd love to hear from people who get a chance to play how they handle it differently than we do.
And their characters.
Yeah, especially folks from home. When you play your games and you know, maybe not everybody there who agreed to be there, or whatever the case may be, how do you handle it? Let us know if we're doing it right or if we're doing it wrong.
Also, if you throw those baby ideas, maybe they might end up being background characters.
Oh, if you're a patron, you actually, that's one of the tiers, is that you can suggest character names and submit items and stuff like that.
Many exciting things about being a Patreon. But I think that's going to do it for us tonight. The key thing to remember as a sitter is that
talk it over with your group.
Talk it over with your group, and it's the most important thing is the people who were able to make it have fun. So whatever you need to do to keep them engaged and involved, the folks who can't make it every now and then, they'll catch up when they can catch up. But from the Even Footing crew, I am Jacer.
Very.
And we are once again so thrilled you could join us, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
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 Bye-bye.